We can do it to say it differently, and then we'll like crescendo together, and then we'll bring
Oh
it
yeah,
in.
you go and I go.
Yeah, yeah.
You go and-
Tap,
okay,
tap,
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 tap, tap, tap, tap, tap, tap, tap, tap, tap, tap, tap, tap, tap, tap. Hi, Tim. Welcome back. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode. I'm sorry the intro was kind of loud. We'll try to quiet it down in post. I'm sorry, but welcome back. A little bit. Okay. Welcome back, everyone. Or to anyone who's watching this. We're back with another episode of Tab. This is episode 1. If you haven't seen the last episode, probably don't watch it. It's not that great. We're in a studio now. Look at this.
We have our own studio now.
This is my other not bedroom anymore, but used to be. And we got it cleared out and we put everything in here. And it's quite nice. Look at all this stuff that we have. Oh yeah, and more stuff on the thing today. Not only do we have our clean neon sign back, but we also have added some couple of things that we talked about last episode, like TSM and our king up in the top right corner, and also some stuff like that. So also some other things that we put up here, like the Han Solo gun and the Smash Brothers disc. So yeah, and also Tim's fucking leftover
Okay,
fucking
let's
McDonald's.
let's take this out of the paper.
So yeah, we have a lot to talk about this week because this is 2 weeks after we recorded the last one. So hopefully we can, we have more shit to talk about this week, I guess. Okay, cool. So that's kind of the intro, I guess. So yeah, we have the TSM jersey and rest in power, my king, up there. I have some stuff that I don't know if this fits. I wanted to talk to you about something.
Okay.
Because you kind of piqued my interest. Because you talk about cooking a lot. No, well, not cooking, but like because you're on your own now. Last time we talked about like you're like living with yourself now and another guy.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask you, like, what are your thoughts on like cooking? Because I know you do like a lot of snacks, but I haven't really heard about you and your cooking like expertise. You know what I'm saying?
My cooking expert.
Because here's where I'm coming from on this. Okay, like I'm by no means like an expert like Michelin star chef. Okay. And I would argue that I probably barely have the basics down in terms of like cutting stuff and like making things.
Mm-hmm.
So like what like how good should you be at this age for cooking? Because I would say we're relatively like in the same age group.
Okay, well, I mean, I feel like cooking nowadays, like to be completely honest with you, I feel like my skills are probably maybe like a little bit better than yours.
Okay.
'Cause like like when I was in elementary school, we had like cooking lessons.
Oh, really?
At school, yeah.
Okay.
So they teach you like how to cut stuff and
what
like
kind of nice ass high school or elementary you
hey
go to?
man, I mean, I'm just
I
saying,
felt like I went to school on the projects compared to you.
No, like they teach you like close your fingers around like the knife and then
right,
basic like like home ed kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
So then like in terms of skills, I feel like it's not like impossible to learn, but I feel like right now there's so many good chefs out there because internet. Okay, so I was trying to cook, I think tteokbokki, like spicy rice cake.
Okay.
I was like, how am I supposed? Like, I don't know how to make that. Like,
that seems like an ancient recipe, like passed down from generation.
Yeah, my parents are Chinese, so I'm like, well, they don't know how to make it. So then I went on Google and I searched it, and then like all the stuff like anchovies, like this powder, right. Water, how much water to add. Like basically, Google is the best cookbook you have nowadays.
That's true.
And you can make anything.
That's true. And
like when it comes down to basic skills, like unless you're doing something crazy, like like I need to dry age this piece of beef, or like I don't know, like
that's very specific. Did you dry age beef?
Well, I mean, no, I didn't. I'm not gonna front, but like like other things, like I don't know, like marinating or pickling or more complex things, like it's obviously a bit harder, but even that stuff, like you can just learn. Right? Like if I told you, I don't know, make me
like if you put me on the spot, like, hey, I'm coming over.
Yeah.
Not that we're like going. I mean.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay. Like, I mean, but like, like I tell you to make curry beef brisket rice. Yeah. Like if you had the ingredients there, I don't believe it would be that hard to make. 'Cause if you just went on Google, you can just search it, right?
Yeah. I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, because the reason I felt like a little insecure about it. That's why I was talking about. Because I felt like everyone around me has like their own like, they have their own recipes that they make. Like they have like, oh, you're coming over?
Yeah,
I'll make this for you. Like, you know, or
like,
you know, like
Owen?
yeah, he's always
he
like,
can't cook it out.
what do you compared to me? Yeah, he's fucking like Bobby Flay or some shit.
Oh, okay, but okay, I have a question for you then. What's your go-to like dish that you would cook if you're at home by yourself?
By myself?
Yeah. Like no one else there to help you? What are you
dropping
cooking?
For me, I would just cook a pot of rice, and then just drop an egg in there in the rice cooker.
Okay.
And then just mix it around, and then just like maybe see like you're already sort of
like
that's it. See, that's exactly what I'm saying, bro. Like I feel so fucking insecure, and then I'll bust out like the pre-made salads from like Save On Foods. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the bag salads and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like I can present well, but I'm just saying like in terms of like raw skill, and also I'm a little embarrassed because my dad was like born and raised in a restaurant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like my grandpa was a restaurant owner, and my dad, since he was a kid, was a restaurant like chef. So like I feel like I'm kind of tarnishing the legacy a little bit.
But do you feel like that's more like a lack of ability on your part, or is it just you don't feel like you need to try?
That's also true, because like I guess when I was younger, my parents always made stuff that was better than the stuff that I would make.
Yeah, exactly.
So I guess it's just like how you're raised, right?
Yeah, and I don't think that's why I go back to the previous point of like I don't think kitchen skills are that difficult to develop. Most of the stuff that you would want to cook, like let's say like a really basic dish that I cook, like kimchi fried rice, is nothing. You just like cut the kimchi up, you toss it in rice, and then you add meat or whatever.
Oh yeah,
right?
Okay.
Yeah, so like I feel like if you wanted to, like if you want to try, like sure it'll take you like a couple weeks max. You're good. Yeah.
Okay.
You're not an idiot.
Okay. So that's just something.
Also, egg and rice and soy sauce. To die for.
Right?
To die for.
Fuck off. Yeah. Anyone who doesn't like that shit, fuck off.
Okay, sorry to the children.
Sorry
listening
to
to
the
this.
children listening to this. But okay. Well, just passively, we're not cool. Okay. Okay, anyways, that was just something I've written down because I wanted to talk to you about that.
Okay.
I guess I was just really insecure when I wrote these notes.
Oh no.
Anyways, so now we have some news bits. We have a lot to go through, and plus you want like our main thing today is gonna be pretty big, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know much about it, so you're probably gonna have to fill me in on some of this stuff.
No.
That's okay. I have the
Yeah.
news article pulled up for whenever we want to talk about it. But anyways, the first, Riot releases Samira trailer. This is like a Polygon article that I have pulled up. It's probably not the best place to get it from, considering it's Polygon. They probably know nothing about League. But like this fucking champion is bananas. Like she's like Urgot W with Cat alt with like Cat E as well, I guess. And then she combos like LeBlanc or something. I don't know.
What? Wait,
Dude,
hold on.
This fucking champion's not. Have you not seen the trailer for this champ?
I don't play the game anymore.
Right.
I distance myself from this stuff.
So, anyways, they released a trailer for this. I'm basically like, she's like Miss Fortune Katarina.
She's
basically.
everything. Yeah. Okay.
She's like fucking nuts. And I just wanted to like, I'm sorry you don't play. I guess this is a really moot point.
So depressing.
Because like you don't play anymore, but this champion looks fucking fun, dude. This feels like one of your types of
I
champion.
would play something
You know
like
what I mean?
because I saw her like the video, like introing her, and like just like
ooh,
not the words, just like you watch her in action. I was like, ooh, like whoa, like I would 100% play that because it's like a mix of a lot of champions that I used to play.
Yeah, right.
So I'm like, oh, I would love to. So maybe like when school slows down in December, I'll probably re-download the game.
Oh yeah, Austin and I were talking about there's like this game that we want to, because I'm trying to get close enough to MapleStory without having to play MapleStory. You know what I'm saying?
Austin, MapleStory sucks. He's here right now. I just want to like tell it to the public. That game sucks. Man.
Yeah, that game
like why do you play that?
Old ass piece of garbage.
Yeah, like if you play that, you probably lack joy in your life. And I don't know why you would lack joy in your life because I'm here. So like I don't understand why that's a problem.
There are so many other games you could play plus Tim's here.
Exactly.
But yeah. But anyways, that was just that. I wanted to bring that up really quick.
It's cool.
Holy shit, she looks fucking dope to play.
I want to watch you make like a montage.
I have speaking of which, I had like a Valorant montage of I think I showed you part of it, didn't I?
Yeah.
It was to the Mario Odyssey song. It was really kind of funny. I'll put that out someday, but it's so funny because you just get to run around with a shotgun and like beat people up, and then you could take all those clips out of context and make it into a montage and make it feel like you're really
yeah,
good at
you're
the game.
super good.
Yeah. Anyways, next up we had ABC releases. This is a little bit of a tone shift. I'm sorry. ABC releases Celebrity Tribute to Chadwick Boseman. This is a very touching thing that they put out. Obviously, ABC is a Disney-owned channel, I think, in the US. So obviously, like they had probably like more footage and like more pull when it came to like getting the people that they wanted. But they basically had like a lot of the Marvel actors in it. Some standout ones were like Don Cheadle was in it. I think what's his name? The guy who plays he's in Us. The father figure in Us. Got his name. Winston Duke.
Oh yeah,
Winston Duke was in it. I don't know how to pronounce her name, but the one that was played
Lupita Nyong'o.
Yes, thank you. I didn't want to mess that up. They were in it. Mess that up. And then Don Cheadle was in it too. Like Robert Downey Jr., Kevin Feige, they're all in it. And it was a really touching like tribute, I would say. I only watched the 4 minutes that were on Instagram because obviously you had to pay for ABC to get the full thing. From the part that I saw, it was really nice, and like I think it really did him justice. Even though like obviously everyone's been saying like how could you do like this massive hero like justice in terms of like tributing, like honoring him. But it's actually pretty cool because I think they're in his hometown they're gonna erect like a statue.
Oh wow!
I don't know if it's of him or of Black Panther, but I'm pretty sure it'd probably be him. Like, I don't know why you would just do Black Panther
because that's not all he did. Right?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Exactly. So like I think that's pretty cool that like they're honoring him in such a fashion, like rightfully so. You know, I just wanted to like tie a bow on that because we kind of like left that up in the air last week. So I just wanted to like finally like put it like kind of wrap it all nice and put it away. But yeah, so rest in Power King. We have this permanently on the set, which is pretty cool,
and we'll keep it there.
Yes. Next up, we have some really exciting news because it's gaming news. Skywalker Saga, Gamescon. Did you see the trailer for it that came out?
I did not.
So what? Basically, they I think some people on Reddit did this or like on Instagram, but they basically put side by sides of the Skywalker Saga, like the new one, and then they compared it to previous Lego games. So it's actually I don't know if this is legit or like the fan thing. Saga was it like side by side?
Wait, what consoles is it gonna be on? Is it gonna be on everything? Switch?
I'm pretty sure. I don't think so.
Oh,
sorry, dude. So the Skywalker Saga will be on
Switch?
Yeah. So it's gonna be on Switch, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5.
Oh,
PC
PS5
and Mac.
I'm getting that.
Wow. Are you gonna get a PS4, PS5, or an Xbox Series X?
I can neither confirm nor deny the fact that I will be getting a PS5.
Who the fuck would get a Xbox Series X?
I know, like you have to be like another level of another level of like
to get. Or I would say like next level Microsoft stand. Do you know what I'm saying?
You have posters like Bill Gates on your walls. Like,
yeah.
Mr. Gates,
Mr. Gates, anything for Gates. Anything for Gates. He has like Bill and like Melissa, like Gates photos.
The foundation, like there's like plaques all over his wall. It's like
he's like the top donor or whatever.
He has like pictures of like Bill Gates' children on his wall.
Oh, I'm just one of the kids. Yeah.
I
Bill Daddy, Bill Daddy, please. That's awesome. But yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. So I'll just show you a snippet of this. But basically, oh wait, hello.
Yeah, I haven't seen it at all.
So that's like part of it. Look how nice this looks.
The graphics look so much better.
Yeah. So that the side by side is with. Oh, here it is. I found the actual side by side. So this is the complete saga. Like you can look this up on the internet. I'm just showing Tim for reference. And then they basically like put in like what the new one would look like on top of it. And it's like the expressions and like it looks really good.
Like the lighting and the shading looks completely different.
And it's like a Lego game, right? So now it looks like it. Oh, dude, it's gonna be so good. I hate that I'm more hype about a Lego game than most like next gen, games that are coming out, but this is definitely one of the biggest nostalgia pulls for me.
Oh yeah,
I would say. How about you?
Well, 100%.
Where are you on
I
this?
feel like all of us played those games growing up, especially if you were like a Star Wars fan, or if you had like a Wii or like anything like that. Like you would just.
Can I tell you an embarrassing story?
What?
So my best friend to this day, her and I used to play like I think when we used to get like play dates, we would alternate houses, but I would always prefer going to her house because she had Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga. Whatever, dude. We were 8. Shut the fuck up.
Female?
Whatever, dude. Dude, she's a bra girl.
Nah.
But
nice. Okay.
Yeah. So anyways, we would always go to her place to play Lego Star Wars, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel bad if she ever watches this. Whatever, dude. It's in the past now.
You'll be anonymous.
Yeah.
It's all good.
No, it's fine because like she'll realize that this is this story and she'll go cringing through the whole thing. But anyways, so we used to play Lego Star Wars all the time on like her like PC or whatever back when it was on like discs, and then we got it on Wii or whatever. So and then we were playing one time, and we were like 8, okay, and I really had to take a piss, but we were in the middle of this cutscene that was like really important, like really integral to the game. Like I think it was the Obi-Wan Kenobi General Grievous fight. Okay. Like the negotiator. Can you do this?
The negotiator.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So it was like that cutscene, and then I really had to go take a piss, and then like basically what happened was it was like down to the wire of not making it to the toilet, but that's how much I enjoyed those games.
Oh my god. Does she know that like that's how you felt?
Process that story?
Yeah.
No. So the truth comes out now, but her mom definitely did. She's like, Andrew, you fucking okay, dude? You're like twitching. I'm like, yeah, I'm fine.
Wow.
So anyways, dude, we were like 8. It's fine. But
see, I thought you were gonna say you pissed yourself. That would have been pretty bad.
Like, it was to the point where like I had to trash the underwear afterwards, but the pants were okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like down to the fabric of time, you know? It's like down to the quark. Like I'm sorry if this is like kind of disgusting for anyone, but it's like, oh dude.
It's terrible.
That's how much love I feel for these games. I just wanted to make it known.
You almost. Well, actually, no. You kind of just did piss yourself playing that.
Literally
game.
piss myself for these games. So when I play this new one, you better be goddamn sure I'm doing it all in one sitting and with like 8 buckets of water in me. Oh. Anyways, next up, just a last bit of like kind of Star Wars news. John Boyega had a GQ, Britain, interview, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And he talked about like him being the only. I'm reading the headline right now. The John Boyega. I'm the only cast member whose experience of Star Wars was based on their race. So, and then I think the story goes into detail about like how like he wanted to make a stand with it and stuff like that. And I think he also had Ray Fisher from the Justice League, the guy who plays Cyborg, and then they were kind of both like in talks over Twitter and stuff like that. It's just interesting to see this kind of blow up because I think he's definitely used his fame for advocacy really well. I just wanted to like kind of like make it known and talk to you about it.
My goodness. Okay, John Boyega has been popping off on social media since like
I don't know
quarantine
much
started.
about this.
He's been going like off. Yeah. And he's been like basically, and I don't know. I feel like there's things that he does that are good in terms of advocacy, and I support him because he's like basically like called people out
for like the bad shit that they do.
For like racism and all that stuff. But he's like no filter. Like he does not he doesn't treat himself like a celebrity. He's just like if you're wrong, like
you're
call
wrong.
you out right now.
Yeah.
He just like goes off, but
which is kind of nice. Like, I feel like you need that.
Yeah.
But,
and I think another point, like the fact that he says like he's the only person who kind of like his experience was like based on race. I don't know if you remember back when episode 7 came out, there was this whole controversy where all of the advertising material in China actually didn't feature him.
Oh,
So he was taken out because like he was black. Is what like he thinks, and then also like a lot of people also theorize the same thing.
Yeah, and like, how do you not call someone out for that if it's that blatant?
Exactly. Like he's just like not in promotional material, and you're like, okay, well, why did they do that? Because they don't think that he's marketable in China. It's very blatant, and like.
But also, like, Star Wars doesn't really do well in China.
Yeah.
Because like in terms of box office, like those movies never really do well. Like I think Rise of Skywalker did like pretty piss poor at the box office in China.
Yeah, I heard.
And like most Star Wars films, because like they didn't grow up on 4, 5, and 6. I don't think.
Yeah, it's more of a very American thing.
Yeah, so it's like for them, it's like, what the fuck ever. Like, but yeah, it's just interesting that how they or Disney and whoever fucking tries to push it like that far, and he's definitely doing good stuff. Like I'm not gonna downvote. I just don't follow him, so I never see any of this stuff.
No, I just hear about it a lot because there was a period in time when he was really popping off on social media.
I kind of remember something like that, but the article goes into like very like specific details on like for instance, this is one of the quotes from the article. What I say to Disney is do not market a black character as important and push them aside.
Exactly. And that's exactly the complaint that was starting since 7. So I guess he's addressing probably the same thing then.
Yeah. And it's just interesting, man. Yeah, so he's clearly like upset about it, and rightfully so. Oh, yeah. And I remember like there's stuff like I remember following the Justice League stuff just a little bit. I remember Ray Fisher being like, he was really like on Joss Whedon's ass about some stuff because Joss Whedon was like kind of like didn't do the Justice League service, and like you can kind of tell,
I heard about that.
So he was really on Joss Whedon's ass, but like now I think that John Boyega has been stepping up. He's like, all right, this guy, let this guy, because he has more like, more things to say about it. Because he's like, yeah, what I said about Justice League, like I'm kind of like, I've said what I need to say. I said my piece, and now like this guy's turn to let his story be known. So just sort of like cool, just celebrities doing like good things, I guess. Yeah. That was really all I had with that. I don't really have an opinion because I don't follow his stuff. I mean, maybe I should, but like also like I just want to make it known and be like, oh, cool, this is something to do. Anyways, let's get into the main bit of the sum up for me on this topic is John Boyega does cool shit, and I just want to let Tim know. that's the whole. I love John Boyega. That's my whole note on that. It's just John Boyega does cool shit, and I want to let him know.
Fearless man.
Okay, so let's get into the main bit of this talk, because I wanted to talk to you about this because you're also like kind of, I would say you're a little impacted by it, and I'm not. Like I have no like stake in this. Like I have no like whatever. So we can sort of go back and forth, and I can ask you questions and like whatever I'm not. Okay. You seem like pretty well versed on it, and I'll pull up the article in case we need like any background knowledge. So anyways, so we're gonna be talking about Disney's Mulan. Okay, so I watched the original back one time, like the original animated movie, and I also watched some like YouTube videos on it. So I know the original quite well, but I haven't seen this new one. Have you seen this new one?
I have not.
Okay, cool. I've seen a little bit of like scenes from this, and I've also seen like a lot of the promo material. So disclaimer, we haven't seen the movie, so we'll only be talking about the things that aren't particularly like only the big parts of the movie. Maybe I'll watch it, and next time we do this we can like
we can follow up. And just a disclaimer that exactly what he's saying, we're not going to be judging the contents of the movie.
Yeah, it's just more sort of like the stuff around
the talk
it and,
around
like,
it.
So the thing with Disney's Mulan is that there's a lot of things around it that's really fucking it over. Apparently it's not doing very well with fans from the reviews that I've seen on the internet, and the like the reviewers on YouTube that I watch very frequently. They don't like it. They fucking hate it. Okay, like it's like I watched Jeremy John.
I watch him do it.
And Chris Stuckman.
You did not like that.
They did not like it, right? And it's like it's doing good on Disney Plus. Like apparently it's doing really like it's doing it's making money.
Yeah.
But people just don't really like it. Because I also once you buy it, you can't really take back the fact that you gave it money.
That's true.
But anyways, so there's a lot of stuff going on with this. Is there something that you wanted to touch on right now?
Maybe you can kind of give like a general.
Okay,
Like,
cool. So
and I can follow.
basically, what has been heard about the movie is that it's taken the story of it, and it's sort of it's kind of it's kind of dull throughout the whole thing from what we've heard. Um, like they've taken out Mushu and all the sort of like the big comedic bits, and they've made it
Mhm.
more of like
Serious.
a serious, more of an action movie. And even then, it doesn't feel like a good action movie. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And a lot of some of the characters are great, but some of them aren't that great. And like the minor spoiler, the first guy or the evil dude is not really the evil dude. It's actually the witch lady, and but the
No.
witch lady has maybe a change of heart, you know. And then there's like a girl power moment and stuff like that, which is okay. And don't get me wrong, that's fine. You can have one of those, you know. But there's like it's like a lot of that kind of stuff, and
Mhm.
then
Mhm.
it just sort of ends like with an eh. And compared to the classic one, there's a lot more like there's more care. From what I know about the classic one, there's still almost way too many sidekicks in that movie, but like it's almost a good thing because like all the characters are relatively likable, and
Mhm.
like the villain is like, yeah, okay, he's like it's a it's an okay villain. You know, it's not like a I can't think of a bad Disney villain. Um, the guy from the second Frozen was pretty bad. Wait, was there a villain for the second
Mm,
Frozen? No, there wasn't. I've seen that. I've seen Frozen 2 3 times, and I can't remember who the antagonist was. That's how good that movie was, I guess. Um, but yeah. So and then there's like Mulan is like this like it's like a good Mulan feels like it's a good Mulan. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But in this one, I guess people just didn't really like her as much, and maybe we can start there.
Boo.
So
Boo. I'm
why do you say
not.
boo, Tim?
Boo.
What is with boo?
Okay. I feel like I kind of want to dig in on this, but like I want to approach it with
Like some politeness?
yeah. Well, no, not really, but like I
Damn.
I feel like there's and like there's so many things you can say about this topic, and so many things that you can kind of talk about for Mulan, but like and I want to laugh and I want to be funny, but like I think there's actually very big ethical concerns about the way this movie was made.
Mhm.
And like I want to first put it out there that um basically I'm sure like pretty much everyone has heard it by now, but basically I don't know if you've heard of what's been going on in China, like the camps,
Yeah,
the Muslim camps.
they filmed it
Yeah,
in that
and they
area, right?
credited those
The
camps.
area. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, right.
And like if you think about that, like basically this movie is garnering the support of is like supported by a government that operates these kind of things, right?
All right. So the background behind that is they credited the 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 marketing uh
Yeah,
centers or
something like
something,
that.
the
Yeah.
marketing or like the publication arms of that region, and that feeds it directly back into the government. So
Yeah.
it's like the government's like publication team or like center or something like that. It was like one of those like it had like a news art like a news word to it. I can't remember specifically what it was, but it's
Yeah.
like the yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, something like that. And then like I don't know, I just I heard about these things and then there's this whole thing about the protagonist that I'll get into later.
Okay.
But I just felt uncomfortable like
Yeah.
first of all, I have Disney Plus because I watched the shows on there, like all the
Yeah. I
Star
have
Wars
Disney
stuff
Plus too.
before. Yeah, and like it's a good service. And then there's like I'm glad there's an additional paywall attached to Mulan because if it wasn't, I would have just canceled my Disney Plus because
Really.
I'm like I don't like it's
You don't want to support the
yeah, but
company.
like now I guess like I am kind of still
Yeah.
supporting Disney,
So okay.
but
So like, is it is it that bad to the point where like you like Disney as a whole brand to use like like kind of smeared with this sort of like bad taste in your mouth?
no, and I think Disney is kind of just like any other corporation. You're trying to make money. Right?
Yeah.
And
right.
that's the kind of the sad truth about every corporation, where I just feel like
They all do kind of bad. It's
yeah,
like
it's
they all
business.
do kind of bad
It's
shit.
business.
Yeah.
That's just how it works.
Uh-huh.
And like I'm sure that basically in their mind, Mulan probably is a success because they're making profit off of it,
Mhm.
right? And in terms of publicity, they'll get over it. It's Disney.
Yeah. It's weird because like one of the actors in it is Jimmy Wong, who like we're like I've watched him since he was on All Chat, you know,
Yeah.
and like I watched him on like Wong Fu stuff.
Yeah.
It's weird.
And
That, like,
Donnie
he's-
Yen is also
And
in
Donnie
that.
Yen's in
Yeah.
this, and like he's Ip Man. He's
Yeah.
the Ip Man.
He's the guy.
Right?
He's,
So it's
he's my
weird.
hero. Yeah.
It's weird to see like, and also isn't Donnie Yen like not, he's not. Is he not in support or is I don't know.
Okay, but there's this whole thing with Chinese celebrities where
They don't talk about
they
it.
can't. You essentially
right,
can't
right.
because if you
Okay.
do, you get canceled. Like imagine if like Donnie Yen came out one day. He's also like he made his living in Hong Kong for like a long time.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
wouldn't he be in the
like.
you know?
Imagine if he came out and said like, "Oh, I stand with Hong Kong." Like he is
Oh,
not making another movie in mainland China.
Yeah.
And he is
yeah.
not going to get any backing, which is why like okay, like for the protagonist, like I know she openly supported police brutality, and that's also one of the reasons why I feel I can't support this movie.
Right.
Because I can't support that cause. That's just not. And like I mean no disrespect, but like you're kind of China's bitch, right?
Yeah.
Like you're under the control of China, and China has this thing where you know you can't really like talk bad about
or else,
it.
Like you're yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, like, is there really anything she can do? Not really. If she wants to continue in her career,
But like, you could have just said nothing. Like
Exactly.
all Chinese celebrities do.
yeah. So you could have just ignored the problem and like not.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, we would still be pissed, but would we be as pissed as we are now? No.
That's true. I didn't. Okay, well, the reason why I have no take on this is because like I'm not directly like I'm coming from the point where like I have no family from Hong Kong
Mhm.
or like any my closest relation would honestly be you, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
So like I don't have any relation there, but my mom is Taiwanese, so I kind of I can sympathize with like the cause that you're going through. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
your
yeah.
reasoning for all this. So you know what I mean? So it's just a weird like disconnect for me. Like I don't know, like
Mhm.
I guess it would suck for me if like okay, recently our school accidentally messed up with the thing. Do you remember?
One thing.
Remember they declared a, it was like it's like we declared our school as a province of. Do you remember?
I don't remember that. I kind of have a I have a
Vivid
feeling I
memory?
know what you're talking about, but I
It's like
don't exactly
it's like they
remember.
declared our school like a province of China or something. Like it was
Oh,
like
yeah,
you
yeah,
remember?
yeah,
Like it was like a little.
And there's
it was
this
like a
whole thing
slip up.
about like you can also work like intern or like co-op for like the for the police force or something.
Yeah. So it's just like I can get it. Like that's kind of like it's like a parallel situation.
Yeah.
So it's like, where am I going with this? It's like, I can kind of understand where this is all coming from and the sort of bad taste in your mouth that you get from all of this. But to me, it's almost like you could have just said nothing, dude. You could have just not said anything.
Yeah.
And like with the movie, it kind of sucks because I wanted to see this. I was really hyped for this.
Mm-hmm. So was I.
Yeah. Can I just talk box office 1 second?
Mm-hmm.
It made it's right now it's at 5.9 million and the
Mhm.
budget was 200 million.
Okay, I hope it stays that way then.
So, yeah. Oh wait, okay, no, it's being updated.
I feel like they can't just make 6
So sorry,
million,
it's 6
right?
million USD.
Okay.
So I think only in the US it's made that much.
In China,
But it's
yeah.
made. Oh wait, okay, we're getting different numbers. This is weird. So okay, so in box office, move on to. Okay, so I'm gonna search up the. Okay, this is a Hollywood Reporter, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So we have made what day is this? This is yesterday. So Disney Mulan is off to a low-key start at China's theatrical box office at a market where it once expected to be a surefire blockbuster. Mulan has pulled in just 4.4 million
Oh my.
as of
goodness.
5 p.m. Beijing time Friday, according to data from local box offices.
Mhm.
And as of 8 p.m. local time, ticket sales has climbed to 6 million. Yeah.
Can I mention something real quick?
Yes.
I also know why it flopped in China, because China doesn't like the movie.
The original.
Yeah. Oh
'Cause
no.
it's not.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. They don't like the
just.
original, but they also hate this one because it's not actually Chinese culture.
Yeah, it's in English. Like they
Yeah.
speak in
Okay.
English.
It's in English, and then also like the things that represent it, they're like, wait, this isn't Chinese culture. Like this is what Americans think Chinese culture is.
Right.
So that's why in
right,
China
right.
they also hate it. So
You know
you
what?
have the worst of both worlds.
It's funny because in the animated one, Mulan, the animated Mulan didn't do well in China because I think the previous Disney movie that Disney put out was like one that was in favor of the Dalai Lama, and then they were like off like they're like, and then Disney had a hard time getting it to China because it was like one of those movies where like, and basically you know how China has that rule that like only 10 movies get selected.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I guess like I don't know, 8 out of 10 of those movies that year was like It Man 1 through 7. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So it must have been hard to get, to secure that 10th seed in the
10th seed.
in the bracket. But so once Mulan was introduced into China, it was like people didn't like it because I guess like it wasn't like accurate to the mythology of Mulan. Because also Mulan was more of a like in the lore, I guess.
Asian Chinese like
She's like she sort of like fends for herself, but in the movie, she's she has like really strong familial ties. Like she did it for her dad and stuff like that. So they changed this whole like thing to make it they kind of like they Disneyed the lore up. You know what I'm saying? So clearly like it's changed, and like in this new one, they've kept all those same elements. And like you said, it doesn't represent like Chinese culture as well. So figures, right?
Yeah. And I also heard it's a lot of Asian American actors that are playing roles, which is to be expected because you need, first of all, Asians that can speak English.
Yeah.
Which is why they kind of had that cast, but obviously China's upset because they have their kind of own expectations and lists of people that they would want to be in the movie.
Yeah.
And they didn't make it.
Yeah, and it's kind of like the Star Wars. It's like, this is not us. Like this is not our like cup of tea, so it doesn't really matter. And then just to say another thing about the article. So local analysts and industry insiders were expecting Mulan to debut somewhere between 30 million and 40 million. Thus far, it's tracking to land on the low end of that range. And
also COVID, right? That's probably another reason why. It's flopping like that.
Yeah.
Was this projection before COVID?
So in the COVID era, a 30 million start would probably be considered encouraging in North America, considering Tenet's 20 million domestic opening was cheered stateside. So Tenet did actually kind of not as great as people thought, because like it's no one could go see it.
I want to go
except for Tom Cruise, I guess. Dude, did you see that?
What did Tom Cruise?
Okay, pause on the Mulan thing. So I was supposed to say John Cena. Tom Cruise.
Wait, what is the relation between those two people?
They're just both like wily men, wily white guys. But so Tom Cruise barely posts anything on social media. Let me get that straight. The last thing I think he posted was about Top Gun Maverick, which came out years ago, which came out like months ago.
Yeah.
No one's talking about that movie right now. So the only thing he did recently was that he posted like a minute Instagram like TV thing. It was him with like a vlog guy. It was it's just a camera guy with like holding like a DSLR or something, and it's just them going to the movies, watching Tenet, and leaving. That's the whole video.
So random.
So the video starts with him in the car. Okay. He goes to the theater, and then he's like, "We're gonna go." He's like, "Ha ha!" You know that meme of him laughing. He's like, "We're going to see Tenet today. Gonna be great. Gonna be a great movie." Like he kind of has that sound, right? Yeah. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great movie. I can't wait to go. Got my mask on. He shows up, got my mask on. We're gonna go see Tenet. And then so it's just him in a car, and then it's just the camera guy just watching him like this. And then they like track through the movie theater, and he's like saying hi to people, like, "Hi, how are you?" Yeah, he's like that.
What are you even doing there, sir?
Yeah, and he's like, it's just like random. He's like, "Bro, is that fucking Tom Cruise, dude?" It's just him, and I don't know who's filming him. It must be like a 30 like one of his friends that's like in his 30s or whatever.
Scientology's master wizard is in the building.
Yeah, Tom, like Ace Warlock, Tom Cruise.
level 99 Warlock.
Level 99 Warlock, bro. Can you imagine Tom Cruise like in a WoW server doing a raid? Like, all right, everybody, so we have seven healers today. You guys are topped off with Serafina's Wrath. And then the guy's like, yo, we got it.
Okay.
And he goes, okay. And he's like doing like he's doing like the checklist of like things that they need to do before the raid. And then once they like kill the boss, he's like, get it, okay, yep, get it. And then once they kill the boss, he's like, ha ha! he does the meme. But yeah, so anyways, the video ends with him just like leaving the theater and he goes, that was great. It was a great movie. And he's like walking up the stairs of the theater, right? And then the whole time he's watching the movie, he has like he's not sitting, he's never like relaxed. He's always like in a state of like he's like on the edge of his seat. So the whole movie he's like this. He's like got his hand, he's always in a state of disbelief, is what I'll say. And then he's leaving the theater, and then like some people, he's like shaking people's hands, even though you're like not supposed to do that. Or no, I think he's just waving to people. But like, he was just like telling me like, "That was great.
That was a great
movie. Great movie. One day. Yeah, loved it." And then he was like, some guy goes, "How was it?" Tommy goes, "Loved it. That was great." And then he just walks off, and then the video cuts there, and it's just the end. So it's just like, what the fuck? So
what is he doing
he's
there?
either like, here's my take. He's either like he's like an AMC like spokesperson, or like Cineplex. Like Tom Cruise is just like a Cineplex android, and they just send him out to do shit. You know how like he's planning to do like a movie in space?
Mm-hmm.
He's not human. There's no way. Like no human would be like, yeah, I want to fucking film in space.
Stunt god, right?
Yeah, stunt god. He can hold his breath for like 6 minutes. I swear, like he just gets like he doesn't train for these movies. He gets like upgrades. He gets like they boot up like his BIOS, and then like they input like a fucking USB into his neck, and then they just upload like fucking like, okay, just code it in there. You know what I'm saying?
And
like
Scientology.
Yeah, like you got the 6 minute underwater breath upgrade ready. All right, like fucking enter. You know what I'm saying?
He's actually very impressive in those things. Like the things that he does for movies, I can't imagine.
Yeah, just like
different tier.
Yeah, he makes good movies. Don't get me wrong. I just like to clown on him for like kind of being like a robot.
He's weird. He's a weird guy.
Yeah, but who isn't? But yeah. So, anyways, back to the Mulan thing. Where were we with that? So, yeah. Overall, like, it's kind of a stupid thing. Like, I guess it's in a way it's great to see it flop.
I just think there's so many reasons for anybody, and I'm saying this even if you're mainland Chinese.
Yeah.
Even if you're American, if you like to see women as main characters in movies, there's so many ways for you to dislike this movie, where I just think it's kind of crazy, like the perfect storm of a movie that basically made everyone hate it.
Yeah, so you actually summed up the Rolling Stones review of this.
Really?
I'm just on the Google right now. It's got a 2.8 from audiences, but it's funny because you basically said what Rolling Stone said. So I'll read it to you.
Yo,
it's
you
cast.
Hear me, Rolling Stones? Get me on this.
So it says here, its cast, its attitude, its overall eagerness to please, all benefits one would think don't add up to a good movie. They add up to a blueprint of a movie this ought to be. So you just basically said exactly what they said, which is fucking bananas.
Wow, the prophet.
So yeah, it's kind of crazy. Although like I will say like, from the things that I've seen from this movie, like the action sequences don't look that great.
Oh really?
Yeah. So
I kind of want to see her fight people though. Like that was
like it kind of looks dope to just see her like run up walls and like do that stuff and like fight. I always like Asian movies like
choreography is
I love my dad watches like old Chinese movies all the time, like Shaolin monk movies and stuff like that. I love those movies, right? Because it's just like over the top action and the, like guys go flying. It's kind of maybe that's why I like Power Rangers so much. But but yeah. Anyways, I want to see that kind of stuff, and from what I've seen from this movie, like some of the sequences just don't look that great. Like they do a lot of like apparently they do like a lot of slow motion stuff, and you can tell like it's been captured at a really high frame rate. so that you can slow it down later.
Yeah, slow down.
But what happens is that with that, if your action isn't really good, as in like if you don't have good stunt doubles, or if you have like maybe she did her own stunts for a couple of these, if they're not like to a point, you can tell that she's not doing it right. Do you know what I'm saying? So like, she'd be like, you know, one of those. But yeah, so yeah.
Oh, okay, but
boys be like,
boys be like.
So you can tell that, like, you know, some of the stuff isn't really great.
And yeah, I'm super disappointed.
'Cause this could have. I remember seeing this as a trailer when I went to go see Endgame. I think there was like a little tease from this.
Yeah,
game,
I saw that too.
And so I was really excited for this. And like, ooh, they're doing like a serious thing. And I was really, I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna let it be known. Y'all can fucking hate me in the chat or whatever, but I love Mushu.
Oh no, you're one of those people.
I love Mushu.
Oh, no.
I don't know why. Okay, I get it. Like, you wanted to do like Aladdin's genie, like Robin Williams genie, fucking Eddie Murphy dragon, right? That makes sense. Eddie Murphy Mushu. But I love Mushu. I really do. It's just like you. It's a Disney movie. Like, come the fuck on, right? But well, okay, why did you say, oh no, you're one of those guys?
No, I just seen a lot of comments online,
like
just hating on the decision to take him out of the movie.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
I'm like, oh, like I, because most of the people that I talked to didn't really care about the Mushu choice. But yeah, I'm interested to hear your take on it, because I don't really remember him in the first movie because it's been so long.
Okay, so he's kind of annoying. He's kind of like a D tier character. But I feel like for a movie like that, it's kind of needed, where like there's not like, he's sort of like the comedic support and stuff like that. And like, sure, he's not really needed, but like he's an okay idea. Like, I know a lot of people don't care about him a lot, but I feel like he does. I feel like if you took him out of the movie, you would just end up with like a more serious movie. And if it's gonna be a Disney animated movie, then you might as well just put like some comedic value in there. And I think that choice to add someone like Eddie Murphy sort of is so much of a contrast, and you're like, yeah, fuck it, yeah, let's just go with this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But in this movie, in the remake, what they did is that they took him out and they replaced him with like basically like a waypoint, like a video game waypoint marker. You know how like in video games they'll have like an arrow to point you where your next objective is gonna be? They basically did that in this movie, but with like a phoenix, like a bird. So it's just sort of like, oh, I guess I'm playing like fucking Witcher 3 or something.
He's a Sith Wayfinder.
Yeah.
He pulls it up like the Goonies.
Yeah, it's like, bro, it's the dagger, dude. The fucking
Death Star.
Disney loves like video game side quests. I think the Disney writers just really love side quest shit, you know? But yeah, so
Disney.
That's fucking Mulan, bro. I'm really upset with how this all turned out.
I just want to cap it off by saying I'm so disappointed by everything, and like there's so many things that I'm disappointed by. First of all, I haven't watched it yet, so I'm not going to criticize the action scenes, but just hearing what you said, like if you have a Chinese kind of backing for your movie, there's so many good Chinese movies that have great action scenes, and the way that they choreograph action scenes is like impeccable.
Yeah, like
they have so much experience with kung fu and like martial arts.
Like a fucking, what's the Emily Michelle Yeoh, that one.
Forbidden.
No, you're not. No. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Oh yeah.
And then like movies. Well, I mean, like I would say the first two Ip Man movies. I'm not gonna, because I think 3 onwards was kind of like, eh.
Well, yeah, but also Liu Yifei, like the main character in Mulan, was in a really great martial arts movie. So we know she can do good if you have people that produce it well.
Yeah, right. And Jet Li is the emperor in this.
Yeah, come on, it's Jet Li, right? Like you have
first of all, you did give him like a pretty shitty character to play in terms of action. He plays the Emperor of China. You're not really supposed to be, you're not supposed to fucking unless
you don't flip out.
Unless you're August D in that Deshita music video where he's just like
popping off.
He's popping off. Unless you're that guy, then you're not, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, even I will compare this to a American action movie that was like had a Chinese influence. Do you remember The Forbidden Kingdom?
Yeah.
You remember this?
She's in that. Liu Yifei's in that.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Shut up.
She's one of the girls with the
Oh my god, you're
Yeah.
fucking right.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. She can do good
She's
stuff.
Golden Sparrow.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god.
So we've seen her do stuff like this before.
Wait, you're right.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
She's one of the four main
I like how
characters.
she's credited as two different people. She's Lucy Faye, and then she's Juana Collington, and then it's the same picture. What the fuck? It's so weird. Anyways, but yeah, okay, so Jet Li was also in the Lucy Faye.
Yeah, it's very familiar cast. Like, they got big names for this.
You know?
Yeah. And when they announced her as the choice for Mulan, I was fine with it. She's good. She's good until she said what she said. But.
Yeah. I enjoyed, I did enjoy, I love Forbidden Kingdom. Jackie Chan was in this movie? Oh, man.
Yeah, it's a good movie. I loved it.
But yeah, fuck all this dumb stuff, man.
I hate Mulan.
I hate Mulan.
And you can't tell me anything.
I'm a Mulan anti. Okay. Like,
Sorry,
yeah, okay,
guys,
just hate it and quiet, please. I don't know. It's fine. Movie's not fine, but like the way this all panned out is fine. I'm sure like, you know, people will listen.
Yeah, and I don't choose to attack the actors personally. At least when I talk about them, I kind of say it with an understanding that it's kind of just the way that they have to act. And like, if you're kind of in China, there's a certain set of rules that you have to follow in the kind of celebrity scene. So, you know, you could have said nothing. Yeah, like Donnie Yen is also complicit in this, and I love him.
Yeah, and Jimmy Wong is also complicit. Yeah, I love him.
And there's problems with this. Like, should we even be working with China? You know, for things like these, and like, is there a better way that we can kind of do it?
See, it's funny because like Jimmy Wong was like posting this on Instagram and like letting it be known everywhere, and now he's like radio silent about it. So obviously they obviously know. Like, they know it's like, oh fuck, we like this, we can't like back this anymore. But like, you know, I'm sure Disney like, I don't know, because
I'm sure Disney has the money to get themselves out of this.
And also like, I'm sure enough will come out of this so that it like the exact situation won't happen again. I'm not saying something similar won't happen, but like, I'm sure like this specific scenario where they like choose to do this with it, like they choose to like go with the fucking propaganda arm of the Chinese government, like that won't happen again. Right? Like this exact mistake will not happen again. And stuff like that.
And I think if there's anything that's good that's coming out of this, I think it's the fact that a lot of people are now educating themselves and understanding what the situation is, right?
Yeah, I'm not saying it's fine the way this whole thing happened. I'm not saying it's fine that like they did all this stuff. I'm just saying it's fine the fact that like the way that
it happened.
It's all happened and like people are getting mad. That's fine. Like you can act like completely against this movie and like, you know, you're completely within your right. I'm not saying you should go watch the movie because like you gotta focus these movies. It's fine. You can just,
you gotta see Mulan.
You don't need to see Mulan. You can hate it if you want it. It's fine.
Good time.
You can feel the way you want.
No alcohol required.
No, yeah. Gonna forget it. I'm drinking tonight. We'll forget it by tomorrow.
T minus 5
seconds. Yeah, like you can feel whatever way you want about the Mulan movie. It's fine. It will.
Yeah, love it or hate it.
Love it or hate it. It's fine. Like you can feel whatever you want. So I think that covers Tim's hot take, because that's also kind of your hot take. Mulan movie overall, bad politics. Also not that great. Also not that great movie.
Missed me with that. Mulan. Yeah.
Sorry, Mulan. Animated one. Not bad.
You better have a reflection on this one, Mulan.
But live action Mulan, politics suck. Movie not also kind of suck.
Also, I heard no singing. There's no singing in this one, right?
Oh yeah. Okay. So
when will my reflection show?
Yeah. So that is just at the end apparently. It's just like an end credits thing.
Disgusting.
It's sung by someone else. Yeah, I know. But okay, to be fair,
this movie, guys.
In the original Mulan. The girl, the lady who played Princess Jasmine also sang for Mulan.
Oh.
So it's like in both cases, like they didn't technically sing it, but it was still in the movie for the animated one. So, and I think a white guy also sang for Shang.
Yeah, so, I think most of the actors are probably white.
Oh, if you have time, you should look up Jackie Chan singing "Let's Get Down to Business."
Oh, what? He sings that?
Or Make a Man Out. Sorry, the song called Make a Man Out of You. He sings the Chinese version. He sings it in Chinese. He sings I'll Make a Man. Okay, if anyone has any time, look up Jackie Chan singing Make a Man Out of You in Chinese. You won't regret it. I promise. But yeah, so that was that. You know, that's just the whole Mulan thing. You can feel however you want about this movie, love it or hate it. But politics bad. Also, movie kind of bad. That's our final take on it.
Bad.
Politics bad, movie kind of bad.
No singing, bad.
Bad. Yeah. So that covers Tim's hot take a little bit. I have one more topic that we can burn through.
Mm-hmm.
So we've talked about a little bit this in between episodes. But you and I are both only children.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to get your take on like being an only child and like how that's kind of like, I don't know, like shaped your growing up and stuff like that. Because for me, I think it's determined a lot of who I am.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be completely honest. And we can do this as our new segment, like/dislike. Great segue.
I love that.
Great
great
segue.
That
So-
you did that.
So every week we'll have like one thing or maybe a couple of things. Tim said we can do multiple things. You said we can do multiple
things.
So I think we'll do this one as just like our main one because I don't really have another one after this.
Mm-hmm.
But every week we'll do like a like/dislike. So on the count of 3, we won't do it now. I'm just explaining the rules.
Okay.
Like don't go now. I'm just saying. Okay. So every week on the count of 3 we'll say like the thing, and then we'll say on the count of 3 like or dislike, and then hopefully one of us will say the other one. So like either I'll say like or dislike, or Tim will say the other thing.
Yeah.
Right, and then we can talk about it.
Okay.
And if we both say dislike, we can like mutually have fun agreeing or disagreeing on the same thing.
Exactly.
So, so I guess I'll say
thing?
So the thing this week is being an only child.
Okay.
Okay. So ready? So we'll do 3, 2, 1, and then say it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Like.
Dislike.
Really?
Wow.
You don't like being an only child?
I'm so glad this worked out.
I thought you were gonna say like.
I'm so glad
That's
this worked
crazy.
out.
Okay, this is perfect. I didn't think you were gonna give that answer. Wow, I thought it was gonna be an agree session.
Wow.
Oh my.
Okay.
This segment was
This
thought
is a
of by
genius
me.
topic.
Thank you. Thank
This is
you.
a fucking genius
I'll
topic.
be accepting my Grammys. Anyways,
I'll accept my Oscar in the mail.
I'll give you the floor because I'm
Okay.
interested to hear your take.
So
on this.
I dislike being an only child. This might get a little serious, and I don't mean it for it to be this way. Okay.
No, go for it.
So
Yeah, anything.
I dislike being an only child because I find it I'm like constantly a little bit lonely, and I think that it's shaped who I am as a person. So I constantly like feel like I'm like everyone else. Like I fucking have like a limited social battery.
Mhm.
But when it comes to like interacting with people, I would rather hang out or know people want to hang out with me and like be with friends and like know that I'm accepted or like know that like everyone's comfortable with me being around and like I'm not just an afterthought. Because being an only child, it kind of feels in the sense that like, I mean, you're basically by yourself. Like whenever you this fucking sucks. Whenever you go traveling with your family and you have to just fucking jerk yourself off for 2 weeks and like make.
Are you implying that if you had a sibling, you know?
No, not jerk each other off.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to the viewers.
Bro.
I'm sorry I said that.
Bro.
That just came out weird.
I'm just saying like when you go I'm just saying like when you go on vacation with your family, if you're an only
Yeah.
child, you kind of just have to entertain yourself.
Do you in the phone or the laptop or the DS or the PS?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. And like when you make friends, those are almost your surrogate siblings in a sense. Like when you get really close with someone.
Exactly.
And then I have a cousin that I'm really close with. I find like basically like surrogate brother. And I find that we're apart. Like he lives in Toronto. Wow, I pretty much just doxed him. He doesn't live in Toronto. What am I talking about? He lives in like
Andrew's cousin lives in Toronto. I just want people to
somewhere he lives in the sex.
the sex. The sex. The sex.
And I'm where I am. I'm where we are in this room. So we're apart.
True.
Right?
Where are we?
We're together. Oh, did I just make it public?
Medicine Hat,
Yeah.
Alberta. 3652 First Street.
Yes. First Street. The very first street, actually. The first and like the first street.
It's like a doxer right now putting our address
Yeah.
into Google Maps.
5 2 They fucking lied to us.
First Street Medicine Hat. Is that even in Alberta?
And it's just like, so I find it fucking terrible.
Okay.
And I hate it when he's not around. And I always want him. And when he's around, I'm like grasping at like, I want to hang out with you always, you know? And I just hate it. I honestly do. Because I find like it influences my social life and like how I approach social situations. How do you feel about it?
Oh, man.
Handing
Where
it
do I
off.
start? Okay, I hear all your points, and I just want to acknowledge your point as well because I felt the same thing. And growing up, you have that feeling where, especially now, but well, now I have like, you know, good friends that I can treat like siblings, like this guy, you know. But
hey, everybody.
like, I also like want somebody who understands how I feel being at home. So like certain things that I'm annoyed at, like, oh, I hate when my grandma always looks through my window and like tries to check up on me and ask me if I have eaten breakfast yet. Because I'm like it's okay, grandma. Like you don't have to worry. Like you can just do your own thing. I'll do my thing.
She just
and
catches you like singing with your shirt off.
Yeah, singing with your shirt off, like simping on Instagram. but like how like I always think about how cool would it be when that happens and I turn to my brother. I'm like, shit, grandma's doing that again.
Oh my fucking God.
Yeah, and he's gonna be like, yeah, dude, grandma doing that thing again.
God, grandma.
Yeah, but obviously no disrespect. And I love my family. I just want like someone to banter with, you know? But I also think about, and this is what decides it for me.
Okay.
And I think about not right now, because I think having sibling right now is cool, especially if we're like chill. But if I was younger, like,
like
all the things I
jealousy and,
had,
like,
I would not have.
You know what? You bring up a good point, because like, I would be okay having siblings now, as in like if my parents like.
Yeah, like a bro, right? Or like
a little one to just
just
kind of like watch this little
your
kid
own
grow.
child.
Yeah, just be like, oh man, like my little bro's growing up or whatever, right? And like you could take him out to like soccer and be like, yo, go get him, champ.
Let's go!
Yeah.
Hype at his games.
Yeah, exactly. And be like, yo, what the fuck is that guy doing over there?
That's a foul, bro!
Yeah. Hey, that's a foul!
You better take that kid off. He's doing nothing. Put my brother in.
Just like,
that kid ain't doing anything on the floor.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But like I guess when like it depends like where you are in life. Like if you're younger and you have like if you're 5 and like your parents decide to have another kid, I guess it's like kind of might be a little shitty.
Yeah.
Because then you gotta like allocate resources somewhere else.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think about my childhood and like even in my childhood, there's a lot of things that I didn't get because my parents like very like kind of traditional, like just focus on like, oh, you can have more books or you can like draw and stuff like that. But I never got like video games or whatever. So all the stuff that I would get is hand me down. So like I got hand me down DS, 2 hand me down PSPs.
Right.
And I think about it, I'm like, if I had a sibling, would I get those things? Because would they even give it to me?
To share.
Yeah, because I would have to fight for it. And like I also think about my parents' friends, like family friends. Every time, like let's say I go to Hong Kong, I get like a ton of gifts, like a lot of stuff. And I think about it as like I probably wouldn't be getting the same level
either
of
like
gifts.
half of it.
Or like it would be like lesser gifts for both of us.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, wow, I had a really good childhood and I got everything I wanted, except for like, you know, stuff that my parents didn't want me doing.
Reach, right,
yeah, or like something too expensive or whatever. But like basically like if I'm eating, I get the last piece, you know? There's no question about it.
Yeah.
It's just mine. And like as an only child, like I think that's really cool. Like would I have liked to have a sibling, or like when my uncle gives me a Monopoly City set and I'm like, dude, what the hell am I supposed to do with this? Do you think I'm gonna play with my parents?
I just got what you were trying to say.
Yeah, like
play Monopoly.
Like why'd you give me like, you know, I have no siblings, sir.
Like,
why'd you give me a Monopoly City?
Yeah, like what asshole?
Why'd you give me that?
It in? Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm like, yeah, but you know, like reflecting on it, like I used to ask my parents for a sibling a lot.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm at peace with it, and I had a great childhood. So.
Wow, you've definitely like master Uguayed it. Like my time has come. You know.
Yeah, my time has come.
You're so zen
this is
with
the
it
way.
Now. Yeah, I have spoken.
Yeah, but I mean, having a sibling, would that be dope? Yeah.
I think. I don't know. I personally, I think yes, you're right. Like you would have to like share everything or like not have the and like. I mean, just look at the fucking look around us right now. as an only child, I like. If you're looking at the video, I've accumulated all of this like through like my own means and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So like, if I had a sibling, like probably we wouldn't be doing this podcast because I wouldn't have a lot of this stuff. Or whatever.
Might be doing it with him or her.
Right. I can't imagine doing a podcast with your own brother being like, yeah, so mom the other day, man, fucking
Mom like didn't make
God,
me food
Mom?
when I got home.
Oh,
Mom, you idiot! Get out of the room!
Oh my God, doing a fucking podcast. Yeah, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I get it. But also like, it'd be kind of dope. I feel like it might humble you a little bit more. You know, it might also give you a perspective of like I'm not gonna get everything easily.
Yeah.
Or like I'm gonna, life is all about sharing or whatever. Like some of these really good morals. Because I would argue I haven't learned that shit at all.
Yeah. Everything is mine.
Yeah, everything is mine.
This is mine.
Like I think my mom, one of the first things my mom's like, if you want it, you can get it. You just gotta figure out a way to get it. Like, it's not saying, my mom never said like, if you want it, you got it. It's like, if you want it, you can get it. You just gotta figure out a way to get it, right? That's been like, and my dad, like, my main mantra with my dad is like, if you want it, you gotta earn it, right? So like, it's like you just grow up kind of differently. I guess parents, if you have a sibling, like, you want it, be ready to share. It's like kind of it's like a different mantra, right? Yeah. But like, I get it, But it's also nice to, I think it'd be nice to have a little, like a little, another guy walking around and be like, hey, yo, fuck away from there,
Get my computer right now!
Like, hey, come on, like, what are you doing here?
Make me a sandwich!
Well,
Bill!
Your brother would make you. I wouldn't trust my brother to make me a sandwich in my life.
Well, if he doesn't make it well, I'm gonna hit him,
With the sandwich.
No. Yeah, I'm gonna slap him with. What are you? An idiot sandwich. An idiot sandwich. What? Idiot sandwich. Yes, chef.
You would make your brother call you chef?
I would definitely make my brother call me head chef.
Head chef. And he'd be sous chef. Hey, yo, sous chef.
Yes,
chef. Pretty, I would always give. I think I would give my like sibling like a nickname, like Champ or something.
Yeah, no, but if it was like a really like a low sibling, I think I would like.
Yeah,
I would almost call it.
Yeah, because I have nephews. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And like I definitely like I'm like, oh yeah, what's up? And I'm really chill with my nephews, and I like maybe I want to be an uncle. Maybe that's what it is. Like maybe
a cool uncle.
Yeah,
you would fit the bill exactly.
You think so?
Yeah, you'd bring like a TSM jersey to like your.
Oh yeah, my nephews are really into Pokemon cards. So like one of the first time I met them, I brought like like those box sets of Pokemon cards, and they were like, "Whoa,
that's so cool!
That's Mewtwo EX card, or whatever. That's an actual card." Like he's like, I'm pretending like I don't know it, but I actually know the Pokemon. It's a fucking Mewtwo EX card.
Oh, that's so cool! I don't know
what it is. It's holographic. Look, the fucking photo comes out of the portrait or whatever. That kind of stuff. But yeah. So yeah, like I think more than anything I want to be an uncle, and I guess being a sibling is like a direct into that. But like I guess if cousins are fine too.
Yeah, and I also have like a goddaughter.
Right.
So like when I go to Hong Kong, I see my goddaughter. Like she's like always like she always wants to play. She
excited
always wants
to
what?
You.
And I just feel like I just want to like coddle her. I want to buy her everything.
Yeah, it's like it's fun.
It's
nice to feel like like I mean something to someone.
Yeah,
that's smaller than me. Like like I'm a role model for someone, or like I mean something to you.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna leave all the parenting to like.
You fuck off with your like fucking lessons.
You do
and
that.
Shit. Yeah. I'm here for the fucking.
Yeah, she will think I'm the best.
When it's game time, it's just me. You know what I'm saying? But when it's fucking like nap time, that's you. You know. Yeah, but yeah, I got you. Yeah, that's nice. Man. So, can we agree to disagree on that? Did you have something, Austin? You feel like you wanted to say something. Sorry.
Would you rather be an older or a younger sibling?
Older. 100%.
Would you rather be an older or younger sibling? Older
or younger. Okay. Ready? On another 3. 3, 2, 1. Older. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
no easy.
Yeah.
Come on.
I feel like if you're a younger sibling, you kind of like bitch slap. Like you said, you kind of get a little bitch slapped here and there.
Yeah. You're a little dog.
Yeah. So.
Little pup.
Oldest gets it the hardest.
Yeah, I guess you are. So yeah,
True.
You do get spoiled, but like, come on, I think the older ones generally like the cooler one too.
Yeah, and I think the thing about being older is I can have more responsibility, which I think would be cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can see why being older would kind of suck because you just get a brunt of all the blame for everything.
Yeah.
And you get
But
criticized.
then I feel like that's good character building.
Because you're expected to be mature. If
yeah,
you're the
yeah,
oldest.
and then like you can kind of like in case like your little brother's getting shit on, be like, hey, don't talk to him like that or whatever. It was my fault.
Or you can just rag on him more.
Yeah,
like, why'd you say that to Mom?
Yeah. I feel like that's genuinely the avenue people go on.
Because you just follow what Mom says, so you don't
Yeah.
get in trouble. Yeah.
The fuck, bro? You know? Yeah. Okay, so agree to disagree on that. I dislike it a little bit, but maybe I see your point though.
I think there's both ways of looking at it, and I have no problem with what your answer. Like there's sometimes where I feel like you.
And I also understand the logistics of your answer too, because that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can agree to disagree on this.
Agree.
Okay, so that ended pretty peacefully. I think that kind of like diffused itself. Like, I think that could have gone a lot worse. Okay, so we've kind of like run through everything that I had for this week, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So we can kind of do like the what's on tap. Oh, I wanted to tell you our segment names. So for our intro, like our little intro bit, we're basically like catching up with each other and just like shooting the shit for a little bit. So I've coined that segment as what's tappin'.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, like what's happening, but like what's tappin'. What's tappin'?
What's happening?
I kind of like that one more. Ooh, wait, hold on. I gotta write that down. I'm sorry. We're spitballing live here. So I've coined that one. What's tapping?
Mm-hmm.
The second bit is a little Keemstar kind of inspired, which I hate to say that it's kind of like that, but we're tapping into the news is the second bit. I know it's not as great, but I feel like it's kind of like,
for anyone who's not watching on video, I'm like visibly cringing.
Third bit, these are just Tim's hot take and like that's like / dislike. So I mean those are pretty solid. And then for the last one is what's on tap. So as in like what's gonna happen, what's gonna be happening. So I like those are kind of like the segment names that I've been going for. I like the first one and the last one. I'll work on the second
No, that one's fine. It's funny. It's funny. It's funny.
It's like a funny cringe, I guess. But anyway, so let's move on to the last one. So as you can see, we have a border / graphic now. Thank you to our dear friend Whitney for making that. If she's still listening at the hour and 16 mark, I'm sorry.
If you're not listening, you're not going to be a guest. I'll quiz you on this.
Yeah, what episode and at what timestamp did we thank you for making our graphic?
Yes, exactly.
The wonderful graphic was made by our friend Whitney.
Thank you, Whitney.
I just want to give a little background around that graphic. At first, it like really looked like a propaganda poster, and we were like, we can't put this. So we changed up, like we changed everything about it, like the colors and like how it was presented and stuff like that. And now I think I like where it's going. Now it has more of like we're like the explorers or something. It looks like we're like pioneers or something.
Yeah.
Like it looks like the new world or whatever, you know?
Discovering the new world.
Yeah. So if you have, and then also I had the idea of like adding different, like more things to like the side, like, you know how like there's Optimus in the like in the background. So I want to add more things when we start to talk about more different things. But yeah, thank you, Whitney, for making that for us. That's really cool.
Absolutely.
And the next thing that I wanted to, or like, I don't know, I think that was the only like house cleaning, room clean, what?
Housekeeping.
Thank you. I was gonna say house cleaning. Housekeeping thing that I wanted to talk
house
about.
cleaning.
Yeah, I was like, what? Yeah. So that was the only like housekeeping thing that I wanted to talk about. But otherwise, like, I'm pretty busy right now with like school, and obviously you are too. I've gotten back into anime, and I'm gonna say it right now, I've definitely become more of a weeb in the last 2 weeks than I have ever become before.
Yikes.
And I don't know what's happening to me. I don't know what it is, but I'm with it all the way.
It's a disease.
I'm just gonna buy into it at this point. Honestly, like I'm at the point where whatever. If you can't have me at my lowest, then you don't deserve me at my best.
This is your lowest and worst.
Yeah, but it could also be my peak. To be honest, I'm figuring out streaming for like the club that we're a part of, and I mean, you were with me yesterday, and like we were trying to figure that out. That was fucking rough. I don't know how that's all gonna work, but
We will have to figure it out.
yeah, but like, basically like if for some context here, we didn't plan to do like club stuff in the way that we're doing, which is online because of like the whole fucking sickness, the sickness right now. So it's kind of come down to like only a few people with big responsibility, and unfortunately us too are part of that. So it's just been kind of tough on both of us. So I guess we haven't really done anything like cool or like noteworthy.
Yeah, well, I mean, also school. Like, I feel like club stuff is kind of
And school,
you
yeah,
find
school's the
time,
big
but
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but school is a big one.
I'm sorry about your Raptors also yesterday.
Let's not talk about that.
Okay. I'm just gonna put it. It was a coaching error in the last 30 seconds. They could have done something better, but they didn't, and that's all I have to say about that. The 30 seconds. A game can come down to 30 seconds. But even though I
100%.
understand like a game is like an hour or so long, and like you have all game to figure it out. But like, come on, those last 30 seconds were pretty important, and they just didn't do it right. I don't know.
Certain players just didn't.
Yeah,
have
it's
it,
true.
So
Yeah, I think it's just
whatever. We overachieved anyways. So I'm
You
not
think
too
so?
mad. No. Yeah, I think we definitely did.
Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much it for us. I think that's all we have. Unless like I'm not particularly doing anything except for
Next week.
Oh, sorry. You know what? Austin mentioned this to us. We did Bowen today.
Bowen.
Yeah, this will be our last thing. To wrap it up. So so quick story behind all of this. I'm sorry. We were about to wind down this podcast, but we just got to keep it going for about 5 more minutes. We both did Bowen today. How are you feeling? Bowen, for those of you who don't know, is like
nobody knows.
It's like physical therapy, but like
not.
but like not. You know what I'm saying? It's like okay, I'll spell it out for you. Bowen is like physical therapy, but like they also just kind of let you nap for an hour. So you're with like a doctor or like a trained person who like massages you, but the problem is, the catch is that they will massage you minimally, and only in certain like key parts of your body,
triggers.
And then once they touch the specific muscle and they massage it like very minimally, by the way, they'll just leave. The masseuse will leave the room for like I counted 3 minutes max. You know what I'm saying? They'll leave the room to just let you like lie there and like be with yourself, I guess. And then they'll come back and then they'll massage a different part of your body and then they'll leave again. We're not getting charged for this, but if I was being charged for this therapy, I would be really upset because I would feel like I would not be getting my money worth of what, you know?
Oh man, you go first.
Right? And like I'm kind of glad that we're not being charged, dude, because we're doing this like in favor for like a friend of ours who's like who's trying to get like their certification for this specific like practice, which is like good, and I get it, right? But like if I was getting charged for this like type of therapy, I would be pretty cheesed, because it's basically I could take a Theragun and do that to my back for like 2 to 3 minutes and just turn it off and put it down and like do like homework and then be like, wait, I should do the Theragun again. And then do it, right? And then I could like put on like the fucking like the drill attachment or whatever, or like I'll put it on low or something instead of going to like, I don't know how much this treatment costs, by the way. I would assume it's a lot because you're going to an actual place and it's like basically like a massage.
It's a naturopathic appointment, costs like $100,
right?
At least.
Okay, right? And I'm like, I would be pretty cheap, but we're like, it's free for us, so it doesn't really matter. So
yeah,
but here's what's crazy about this is that I felt really good afterwards.
Yeah, same.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like, I thought you were gonna make something out of that.
Yeah, no, I saw visible improvement. So, or at least I felt.
Yeah, like I don't know whether it was like she just like gave me a space and like put me in a position where I was allowed to relax, or something like that. I feel like that's might be part of it, where I was I'm just constantly kind of like stressed, and then she just gave me an hour like, hey, sit there, relax. I'm gonna minimally massage you. And then you just get to lie here for an hour and like do nothing and just like let everything go for a second, you know?
Yeah.
And that was really nice. I think that's like a big part of it, where she just let like the person will just let you, I don't know, like just allow you a space to relax, and that's pretty cool. And if that's like the effectiveness of it, then yeah, I guess it works. But in terms of like actual fixing of things, it's too early to tell for me.
Yeah.
Like, what's your take on this? Because I know like you're like a kin guy, you know?
Yeah. I also work at a clinic.
Okay, yeah, fair
So,
enough.
I mean, man.
You seem like you have a lot of like or not repent, so like repressed energy about this.
Okay, so
Are you trying to feel like figure out like how to word it so that it's like
I'm
it
gonna
doesn't disrespect the friend of ours that we saw today?
I'm gonna pull a Steve Jobs and just like pause for 10 seconds.
Oh my god!
To gather my thoughts.
Introducing the new iPhone SE.
Okay, so this is how I feel. This is how I feel about it. So first of all, the pausing thing, I hate it. I hate it.
You don't
I hate it. I hate it.
Cause maybe like I can see that. Cause like maybe she'll get somewhere and you're like, ooh, like yeah, this is where I'm at, and then she'll just dip.
Yeah. So she dips, and then I'm just lying there. First of all, because of COVID-19, we have to keep our masks on, and for a majority of the treatment, I'm face down.
Yeah.
So I'm face down, mask tight on my face, and like I can barely breathe because. Masks are evil.
Anti-masks. We're just uncomfortable.
No, we are anti-masks. Masks are evil.
Don't make it.
Don't make me kill you.
Listen. We're being recorded.
No, you should definitely keep your mask on. And
I understand what you're saying though. Like it was kind of uncomfortable.
No, yeah, and it's totally correct. Like there's nothing wrong with it. It's just uncomfortable.
Yeah, like and obviously we'll suck it up for the procedure. You know what I'm saying? Like. And it doesn't make us like any more bravado than the next guy.
Yeah.
But it was just sort of like, for me, I felt like I just wanted to fall asleep. Cause it felt
but I couldn't, because I couldn't breathe. So I was just like.
For me, it felt like I was face down in my pillow, and like normally with that, like you just breathe in fabric anyways, or like you had. Like
you sleep face down? Do you breathe out your ears or something, bro?
Yeah, I'm like one of those.
You're an alien?
I'm like in like those cartoons where like they go red and then the steam comes out their fucking
yeah. Or like the Matrix when he has like holes in the back of his neck and he just breathes over.
Like in One Punch Man, Genos. I'm that guy. I'm just like constantly fuming with exhaust.
Oh goodness. Yeah, but okay, my actual thoughts about the treatment. Did I feel better at the end? Yes. How much of that is real? I don't know.
Because we're going on for 6 weeks, so this would be a good we'll follow
6 weeks. She said the minimum is 3, and she said I've been making significant progress. So
what do you mean? This is your first time.
How can you make
significant progress?
She said, well, I had less pain at the end. So that's progress. Okay. Anyways, so
by the way, she barely talked to me. By the way, I didn't say a word to her
because you're not cool like that. She obviously likes me more.
Shut the.
But anyways,
I hate we're making this a competition.
Okay, so the whole thing about therapy, and I may be trashing my own thing here a little bit, but like once my massage therapist once told me, he was like, "We're actually in the business of humor," and I'm like, "What do you mean we're in the business of humor?" And he's like, "We are basically there to humor you for an hour while your body gets better." And what that means is you come in for a treatment. Let's say you come in for massage treatment, right?
Sure.
So basically what the whole idea is, he at least the way he approaches it is like, if I can't fix you in 4 to 5 treatments, you're good as gone. There's nothing more that I can really do for you. Because if my kind of list of my list of solutions is not working on you, then there's not much more I can do, because you should see significant progress if it's actually working within that time span, right?
Uh-huh.
So the whole thing with that is basically, if you're going in for more than that, you're just going to come in and basically your body hopefully is going to recover itself. And our body is really smart to the point where essentially it's supposed to just completely heal itself, because there's like a state of normal that we're supposed to be in, right?
Yeah, right.
And that's, you go into treatment because if there's something really like weird with you, then they can fix it. But if it's just like, let's say your posture sucks, then you're always gonna have shoulder pain until you fix it, right? So he's basically saying like, oh, you go in and you're kind of humored for like an hour, like they talk to you. In the case of ours,
right,
like she
right,
did not talk to us, but
yeah, because she was fucking gone for 80%.
yeah, because she just left the room the whole time. But I mean, like, did it work? Yeah, I think it worked. Kind of. It felt.
It might also be placebo.
Yeah, and
Like,
placebo is always, and I think a lot of physical treatment honestly is a lot of placebo because
Yeah, and it's temporary at best, right? Sometimes.
Yeah, but like, did I feel better at the end? Yes. So should you try it? Maybe. Would I pay for it? No.
Yeah, yeah. I'm with you on the payment part. Like, full stop. No, I would not pay for this.
Unless I feel like a lot better at the end of all of this, then maybe. Like it's like this miracle cure, like Dr. Ho's like
the fucking
belt of truth. Like...
Wow, this works. Thanks, John. Thanks, John. You know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about. I know
Thanks,
exactly
John.
what you're talking about.
Wow, your back is very fucked up, John. See, that just works.
I hate it. Call now. Oh,
Hi,
man.
my name's Dr. Ho. Did you ever see the JonTron Dr. Ho thing?
No.
Oh, I'm sending you a video. So one of my favorite YouTubers is JonTron, and he does like good commentaries. And one of them he did is on Dr. Ho. And then he bought the thing, and then he put it around his neck, and then broke it. And then so it just stuck around his neck like that. Anyways, but yeah.
The goat.
Dr. Ho, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, so would I pay for it? No. Would I recommend it? We will see.
Would I recommend this particular therapist? Yes. Go see her.
Yeah.
She's great.
Yeah. We can't tell you where she is or who she is or, where she practices. But if you know who we're talking about, go see her.
Medicine Hat, Alberta.
Medicine Hat, Alberta. She's actually on 2nd Street.
Yeah.
For those of you who are confused.
1257.
Second.
Actually, it's on 2nd and Health.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
So check her out for sure. Her name
Funny
is...
enough, 1st and 2nd are actually crossroads. So I can tell you that she's so if I wanted to meet up with you at like the Denny's, I would say meet up on the corner of 1st and 2nd.
Yes.
and then like
with the diagonal being
Health. And then it's like they're not even cross streets in like a grid set. They're like an X. They're like the main. It's like a fork in the road. You know what I'm saying? Like they kind of just intersect. Medicine Hat's a really fucked up place. You don't.
Yeah,
there's no real.
Don't come here.
We don't have a lot of
terrible.
infrastructure or urban planning. But yeah.
As I'm wearing my UBC. Don't visit Medicine Hat.
Don't visit Medicine Hat. But yeah,
she's great. Her name is Dr. Redacted.
Dr. Retracted Statement. Yeah, Dr. CIA under witness protection. But yeah. Anyways, that was Bowen, man. I can't wait to see how it goes. Mulan follow-up. So we have a lot of stuff to still talk about. We have to follow up Mulan and Bowen, and hopefully by that
progress
time,
update. Yeah.
And hopefully by that time we'll have other like news things and stuff like that to have. So that's pretty much it for us. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sitting with me again, Tim. I really missed. We skipped last week because of like. Okay, LCS
nerd
finals.
Stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
fucking
Stop.
nerd stuff.
I don't want.
But like also because Tim had to be a good boy and like go home and stuff like that. But even though he lives alone now, he still has to like be a good boy.
I'm a good child. Okay.
But there's no disrespect in that. But like we missed last week because of LCS finals, basically. Yes. So I was really upset that we didn't get to do it last week, and I really wanted to do it. So I'm so glad we did it this week.
It's been a lot of fun, and obviously, if you've made it this far, that means you're a trooper, and somehow you have no life at all.
And also, maybe it's just because you like one of us. I have a certain girl in mind for you.
What are you talking about?
Never mind. I'm gonna leave it at that. Listen, Tim, it's not in my nature to be mysterious, but I don't know what you're talking about, and I can't explain why.
Yeah, no, I also have a girl in mind for Andrew. I can't say who it is, but I'm sure he knows. And yes, that's all.
Do you want to do what we did yesterday? Dab each other off. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. This has been Tap. This has been the Tap podcast. You can find us probably just here, to be honest,
on YouTube and on Spotify. New episodes every week.
New episode every week. Hopefully, we'll try. Okay, I've been Andrew,
and this is Tim.
And what did we do last time?
We high-fived.
Oh right, okay, and we tap out. Bye, everybody. Should we do it again? Wait. Yeah, you know what? It's fine.
Wait, should we do it again?
Bye, everybody. We'll see you next week. Tap out.